So it's done. The N3 is over. And oh my God, I'm so glad that I will never have to take that test again. If you did any of the JLPT tests this time, if you took it today, especially in Japan, if you took it in Japan, because I'm not sure what the system is in other countries. I guess like you're like at a computer or something, or I don't know how the system is, but in Japan you have to go to these centers and it's hours of your life, and it's not just the test time, but it's in between times, you know, you're waiting for the underpaid staff who don't know what the hell's going on, and they're running around like headless chickens, and the test is delayed, and then it's like, you know, they want to put the break in between the tests, and you got a half an hour to walk around doing F all and it's such a long day. It's such a strain, and the crazy thing is you have to pay for it. You pay for that experience. You pay like 8,000 yen. That was crazy to me today when I thought about that, especially because like I failed 3 tests before. Now this is my 4th test. Like I like there was a 8,000. That's like 32,000, you know, that I've paid to the JLPT for miserable experiences. But anyway, it's all over now. It's all good. The test, like I took the N3, and for me the test went okay. It was easy, to be honest, because, you know, if you watch the last video, I was studying for the N1 before, and I was really trying for the N1 before. Well, I wasn't really trying, actually. I didn't try at all, but at least I was studying towards the N1 when I did study. And so this one was a lot easier. It was, you know, there was the grammar was pretty hard. I thought the grammar was like, there was a few the ones that I was on the fence about. And the reading, there was like I don't know about you, but I hate the information retrieval. Some people love it. I know, like, some people really like that section where you have to, you know, it's like a little graph, and you know, and oh, Tom is going to university B at 11 a.m. on a Sunday, and he wants to bring 20 friends to a party, and you have to check the information. I really hate those parts, so I took it slow on that, but I finished in plenty of time. And yeah, actually one of the great realizations I had during the test was that the kind of theory of overshoot, you know, and this is kind of popularized by Gary Cardone in his 10x theory or book. Like, I've never read that book, actually. It's on my reading to read list. And if you don't know who Gary Cardone is, he's like he's just some entrepreneur. Well, I say entrepreneur, he's kind of a real estate mogul who's made a lot of money. But his famous book 10x talks about the principle of, you know, if you want something, or if you have a target for something, you should kind of 10x the time that you think it's going to take, and you should 10x the effort that you're going to have to put in to get to that. And I think that's such a great idea, because, you know, if you just study for the level that you're going to aim for, the best result is that you pass. But if you're studying for a higher level, like, you know, I was studying for the N1. So to study for the N1 and then come back down to the N3, it's a cakewalk. I was yawning. I was, you know, in the N1 I was kind of like nervous and flustered, and I was like, you know, the time was going. But in this one I was like, I mean, I was tired. Like, I had like 3 hours sleep last night, which probably didn't help. But yeah, I think it made me realize, like, I think if I'm not going to do the N1 ever again or go any JLPT test, but if I did, what I would definitely do is I would just aim to be fluent. I would not aim for the N1 test. I would aim to be super fluent. I would aim to be something much better and beyond the N1, and then I would cut back down to the N1. And I think that's a good rule for anything, really, not just for this, but for if you have a financial goal or a business goal. go further than that, go much further, aim much further, much higher. And where you fall, you'll probably fall back to a very decent level that you'll be happy with. But I think the kind of what the question I have about that theory is that you kind of have to convince yourself, right? You kind of have to lie to yourself to do that, because you're not really aiming for that thing. So you have to believe that you really do want that thing. So I wonder how that plays out. But I guess we'll see, because the other thing that I'm come on here kind of to talk about was, so yeah, from yesterday, like from this beginning of like this has been a kind of crazy week. It's not been a crazy week in terms of like how busy I've been, although I have been busy, but it's been more of a crazy week in terms of realizations and just a whole new feeling about what is going to happen in the next, or my direction in the next 6 months to a year. And I know that sounds very vain of me just talking about my plans on what I'm going to do, but we're all vain these days, aren't we? So I was thinking, so I just wanted to choose one path and stick to that path, because as I said, maybe I didn't say, but anyway, this year has been so messed up until now. Like I've been just jumping from one thing to another. I'll share a list at another date about all the things I've been trying this year. It's ridiculous. Like it's ridiculous how much stuff I tried and gave up on, and just having so many different things and doing, applying for this test which was on my mind, and trying to keep up fitness and trying to do this, and it's been kind of bugging me about trying to focus on one thing. And so yeah, I was gonna do YouTube. Well, I mean, I am doing YouTube. That's why I started video. But I realized today I watched this interesting video, which kind of, I guess, put me onto this track. But I thought, why not I just put all my energy into fitness and maybe trying to become kind of personal trainer, if possible. Because fitness has been, I don't look at it like I'm kind of a skinny guy, you can see, and part of the reason of that is that I've not been able to devote myself entirely to it. It's always been fitness and study and trying to do this creative thing or this business idea, or I'm jumping on this thing, and it's always been like these different avenues. But I was thinking just now, I was like, so I kind of wanted to like, because this setup I have right now, this is a very nice camera, and I've got a light, and I've got this nice mic that's good, but you can't see it, but it's like it's a lot of shit in front of me, and it's blocking the desk, and I have to move all these tripods and these lights and get everything set up. It's not a smooth system, and I don't really have the money. Well, I do have the money, but it would not be a wise investment of money at the moment to get all that more fixed up. So a kind of perfect solution I thought would just be I'm going to buy myself a simple vlogging camera like the Sony V1, and I'll buy myself a simple mic that I can just put on my desk, and then we can just do desk shoots. And then I'm just going to go deep on fitness for the next 6 months, maybe a year, maybe next 6 years, depending on the result. I mean, I think I'm just going to keep going until I get it this time. And I'm going to try and I'm going to put into place a theory that I've had for a long time that I've not really been able to properly try out. I've had this theory that I kind of evolved over the last few years of study. I mean, one thing that came out, great thing of this study exercise, was that it kind of helped me grow this idea of how to improve quickly at something, like how to really like improve very quickly. if you have these certain ideas in place. So I'm kind of excited to try that out, and I think I want to this is going to be like a journal. This channel, I was trying to think like, what kind of YouTube channel am I going to start, and I was like, it's going to be personal development, and I didn't really want to do personal fitness because I did want to do, but I kind of thought, well, it's been done before, hasn't it? Everyone's like a personal fitness, YouTube or whatever. It's not original, but these days it's kind of about personal branding anyway, isn't it? It's not about, it's not about, okay, I'm not the 1% YouTuber who's, doing personal fitness. It's more about who can relate to me, who's gonna follow my content because they relate to me myself, and they can relate to my journey. Like, because one thing I've got going for myself is that I'm not like a traditional, I was not on the sports. I was not on the rugby team or whatever. I was not on, I was sporty to a certain degree, but I was not a sports guy, if you know what I mean. So I think it would be a good story, and I think it would help people relate to me. And yeah, my brother's now in Japan as well, and he works out, and it's kind of the only thing we have in common really these days. But yeah, I think we could do some fun videos together. So yeah, watch this space. I think maybe the next time you see me doing the videos, I'm gonna keep, I guess, this set up until I get this camera. So I'll probably buy it tonight. But yeah, these if I look a bit more low tech over the next, in the next few videos, that's why. Not that anyone's watching, by the way. I'm talking like people are watching this, but there's like the last I had like one view. I think it was me. I think I was the only viewer on the last video. So anyway, we'll see what happens. But I guess I'm talking to whoever, I'm gonna go hard on this channel as well as my fitness journey. So if this kind of starts to gain numbers and people, and if someone comes back, if you come back and watch this video, I want you to comment who you are. So I'll give you some kind of prize, because hopefully by then I'll have something. I'll have money enough to give you a prize. But I'll work something out. So if you're the first person to see this video and you watch it until this point, and no one else is, I'll tell you what. If you let's come up with a code word. If you put ugly duckling. I don't know why, that's the first thing that popped into my head. If you write ugly duckling in the comments section, the first person that does that is going to get a prize. All right. So we'll see who it is. All right. Well, yeah, I'm not going to edit this video. I think I'm just going to put it up like this because I'm just shut off at the mouth and I don't really feel like making cuts. And I think it's nice to see videos. The video that kind of affected me today was just a guy talking straight to the camera and just giving his thoughts. And I think we need more of that unfiltered, uncut up, type of form of video it's kind of connecting us to a human and it's delivering a message. It's not, we're kind of, a lot of content these days is under the guise of personal development, under the guise of helping you, where actually what it's actually doing is just I'm trying to find a very polite way to say that it's just messing with your head. And yeah, but we don't need that, do we? We need more of realness. We need more of people stepping up and giving real accounts, and maybe losing subscribers because of that, and maybe not being as popular as other people. But that affected me today, and there was a few videos this week that affected me like that this week, that were just straight pieces to camera. And I think that's going to be a big trend in YouTube in the coming space. So look out for that, and hopefully I'm going to be a part of that as well. So we'll see. Anyway, this has got very long and off focus. This was about N3, wasn't it? And the JLPT. So I'm sorry about that. If you're still watching and you came here for the JLPT, I would like to give your time back, but I can't. But what I can do is ask you to write about your experiences with the JLPT in the comment section below. How was it for you? How did you feel about the test? Was it as hard as you thought? Was it easier than you thought? Did you get a sore ass sitting on those uncomfortable chairs for hours on end? You know? All right, well, yeah. See you until the next time.